Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your game by subscribing to our channel so you never miss our daily content. For exclusive access to our premium betting picks, join our Patreon. Find the link in the comments section below. Stay ahead with High Stakes. Tampa Bay Rays versus Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians are closing in on the AL Central Division crown. They are also closing in on clinching the second seed in the AL playoffs, which is critical. The second seed gets a bye from the wild card weekend. The Rays come into the series losers of 3 straight games. The Guardians have won 3 straight games and returned home after dismantling the White Sox. I expect the Guardians to take care of business behind starter Grant Williams. Williams struggled with his control in his last start, but was outstanding in the 2 prior starts. He'll return to form here against the light-hitting Rays. Take Cleveland with the money line. The 2 starting pitchers have played well against each other this season. The Rays and the Guardians' offense hasn't been a bright spot either on the whole. The Guardians are hitting .192 against Tampa Bay this year. The Rays are also hitting .220 since the All-Star break. This should be a low-scoring game between the 2 American League clubs. The Guardians have gone under the total in 3 of their last 4 games, as have the Rays. Take the under on Thursday. Miami Marlins versus Washington Nationals. The Washington Nationals, currently holding a 65-80 record and sitting in 4th place in the National League East, have faced significant offensive challenges this season. They are averaging 4.19 runs and 8.1 hits per game, with a team batting average of .244 and an on-base percentage of .311. These struggles have contributed to a run differential of -89, as opponents have exploited their pitching, averaging 4.81 runs and 9.01 hits per game against them. Additionally, opposing teams have found success at the plate, achieving a .262 batting average and a .323 on-base percentage when facing the Nationals this season. This season, the Nationals have proven to be a formidable team against the run line, boasting an 80-65 record overall. When playing on their home turf, they've maintained a respectable 37-34 mark. Interestingly, the Nationals have shown resilience in games following a win, posting a 32-32 record against the run line in such scenarios. Recently, they've been on a roll, covering the run line in their last game and 12 of their previous 19 contests. With these positive trends and the team's overall strength, betting on the Washington Nationals in this high-stakes MLB matchup presents an enticing opportunity for savvy bettors seeking value and potential returns. The Miami Marlins are enduring a tough season, sitting in 5th place in the National League East with a 54-92 record. Their offensive efforts have been lackluster, with the team averaging just 3.83 runs and 8.19 hits per game, while posting a batting average of .241 and an on-base percentage of .297. These issues are exacerbated by a substantial run differential of -195, as they've allowed opponents to score an average of 5.17 runs and hit 8.81 times per game. Opposing teams have also found success against them, maintaining a .257 batting average and a .333 on-base percentage, underscoring the Marlins' struggles both offensively and defensively. The Miami Marlins have experienced a mixed season against the run line, holding an overall record of 68-78. They have shown slightly more resilience on the road, achieving a 36-35 record in those games. After a loss, their performance dips, with a 43-48 record in covering the run line. Despite failing to cover the run line in their last 2 outings, they have managed to do so in 10 of their previous 17 games, reflecting a somewhat unpredictable yet occasionally resilient performance in recent matchups. My team pick, Washington Nationals -1.5 runs. In this divisional clash, the trends suggest favoring the underwager. For the Miami Marlins, 79 of their 146 games have surpassed the posted total, yet on the road, 42 out of 71 contests have finished under. Interestingly, in divisional games, 22 of 45 have also concluded under the total. Their recent form aligns with this pattern, with their last game and 6 of their previous 12 ending under. The Washington Nationals have witnessed 69 of 145 games go under, including 34 of 71 at home. Notably, their last outing and 10 of their last 17 have finished under the total. With both teams displaying a propensity for low-scoring affairs, especially in recent games, the under bet emerges as the prudent choice in this National League East battle. My total pick is under 9 runs. Boston Red Sox versus New York Yankees. Not only have the Yankees been hitting weaker at home and under the lights this season, but the bats have been slow out of the gate to start September. This comes with Cortez being markedly weaker over his last few starts. Boston has been hitting some of their best in night games this season, and the pitching staff has done a solid job limiting walks and keeping opponents guessing at the plate. Look for the Red Sox to keep it tight here. While Cortez has shown ball control, his OBA has climbed to over .270 of late, and he will face a Red Sox club that leads all of baseball in doubles per game. Both of these clubs sit in the top 10 in terms of home run rate, and they also have shown they can drive runners home at a high rate. The Yankees have still found ways to drive runs home even when the extra base hits aren't coming, and with the Red Sox sitting 5th in hits per game, we should expect both offenses to find their footing early here. Take over 8.5 runs. Texas Rangers versus Seattle Mariners. Bryce Miller will take the mound for the Mariners in the first game of this series. He picked up the win in Friday's 6-1 game over the Cardinals, allowing 3 hits and 2 walks over 6 scoreless innings while striking out 4. He fired 62 of 94 pitches for strikes, and he's given up 3 runs or fewer in 6 straight outings. Seattle is still alive in the division, and they are facing an unproven rookie who is making his first start. The Mariners have won 8 of their last 11 at T-Mobile. Trust Miller to continue the good times and the Mariners to come out on top. Take Seattle. Rangers top prospect Kumar Rocker will pitch in this game against the Mariners. In 10 frames at the lower level, the right-hander allowed 2 runs and 1 walk, which compelled the Rangers to get a look at him in the majors before next season. Rocker struck out 18 combined batters in 2 starts after being promoted to AAA. I expect him to have a nice showing, but seeing how he has not pitched many innings as a pro, and this being his first start, the Rangers will keep the leash short. Take the under in what should be a low-scoring game. Milwaukee Brewers versus San Francisco Giants. Milwaukee fell in a crushing defeat by a score of 13-2 to the Giants in their latest outing. William Contreras and Andrew Monasterio had an RBI each in the effort, while nobody had more than 1 hit in the game. Colin Ray got hammered with 10 runs surrendered on 11 hits in only 4 innings. He struck out 1 and walked 1 as well. San Francisco destroyed Milwaukee in their latest contest, winning by a score of 13-2. Mike Yastrzemski had a homer and 4 RBI on the day, while Jerar Encarnacion chipped in a homer with 3 RBI. 4 others had at least 1 RBI in the victory, while Blake Snell won a solid 5 innings, giving up only 4 hits and 1 earned run while striking out 8 and walking 2. The Giants did a little mixing and matching in the month of July, starting with sending Spencer Howard to the Cleveland Guardians for cash. Alex Young was then acquired from the Reds for Austin Slater and cash. After that, Mike Baumann was acquired from the Mariners. They dealt with the Braves to give up Jorge Soler, and Mark Canha was traded to the Giants for Eric Silva. Alex Cobb was dealt to Cleveland for Jacob Bresnahan, and Mike Baumann was sent to the Angels for cash. I trust Montas slightly more than I do Birdsong at this point. Milwaukee will want revenge after their pitiful defeat on Wednesday, and they have more to gain with a win here. While Milwaukee has fallen slightly out of contention for the best record in the National League, they will be focused on being healthy and hot heading into the playoffs. Betting on the Brewers has predominantly been profitable this year, while the Giants have faltered numerous times. Milwaukee has proven they can win on the road, and they have the bullpen to match up with the Giants. I can't trust either starting pitcher at this point to produce an ace-like performance. Considering the total is set at 7.5, I feel comfortable taking the over. Milwaukee will eventually break out of their offensive slump, and a total of 8 runs isn't that hard to achieve. These two squads have gone 5-4-1 on the over in their last 10 meetings, and both have hit the over in the majority of their games played this year. The Giants themselves have gone 6-3 in their last 9 matches played overall, while both teams have additionally totaled an average of well over 8 runs per game between themselves and their opponents.